The village was shrouded in fear. The days were shorter, colder. The nights were filled with nightmares. The sorcerer's power was growing, feeding off the fear he instilled in others.
His laughter echoed in the empty streets, a chilling reminder of his growing control. He promised to plunge the world into eternal darkness.
No one dared to oppose him except Elara and Eamon. They were the village's only hope. Elara, the dream walker, could enter people's dreams. Eamon, her closest friend, was always by her side, his loyalty unwavering. They knew the risks were high, but they couldn't stand by as their world crumbled. The sorcerer had to be stopped, no matter the cost.
Their plan was dangerous, possibly deadly. They would confront the sorcerer in the dream realm, the source of his power. They were determined to fight him where he was strongest, hoping to extinguish the darkness before it consumed everything. They knew that failure was not an option. The fate of the village rested on their shoulders.
Elara closed her eyes. She breathed deeply, focusing on the energy around her. She felt Eamon's presence beside her, a steady rhythm in the chaos. Taking his hand, she allowed herself to drift into the dream realm. The world dissolved around them, replaced by a swirling vortex of colors and emotions. The air crackled with raw power. Shadows danced around them, taking familiar shapes that whispered their deepest fears.
Elara pushed these images away, focusing on their mission. They had to find the sorcerer's lair, the heart of his power. The fate of the village depended on it.
Eamon squeezed her hand, a silent reassurance. His presence calmed the storm inside her. He was her anchor, grounding her in this unstable world. Together they walked towards the darkest part of the dream realm, where the sorcerer awaited. They could feel his presence, a suffocating darkness that threatened to consume them. Their hearts pounded in their chests, each beat echoing in the silence of the dream realm. Fear was a whisper at the edge of their minds, but they wouldn't let it control them. The sorcerer appeared before them, a figure of pure darkness, his eyes glowing with malevolent power. He laughed, a chilling sound that echoed through the dream realm. He knew their fears, their doubts. He would use their deepest anxieties against them.
Elara saw her greatest fear take shape. Eamon, consumed by darkness, turning against her. The image struck fear into her heart, threatening to break her resolve. She almost reached out, but Eamon's grip on her hand tightened, pulling her back from the brink.
Eamon faced his own demons. He saw himself consumed by doubt, unable to protect Elara. He saw himself failing her, his fear and inadequacy leaving her vulnerable. The sorcerer's laughter echoed in his ears, fueling his insecurities.
Eamon knew he had to be strong for Elara, for the village. He clung to her hand, drawing strength from her. He wouldn't let his fears control him. He would fight for their future, together.
The sorcerer attacked. Shadows erupted from the ground, twisting and turning, reaching for them with razor-sharp claws.
She wouldn't let him win. She wouldn't let him hurt Eamon or the village.
Elara fought back, her fear transforming into a fierce determination. Eamon stood beside her, his eyes blazing with defiance.
He fought with the strength of 100 men, fueled by his love for Elara and his loyalty to their home.
Together they pushed back against the darkness, their bond an unbreakable shield. But the sorcerer was strong. He fed off their fear, growing more powerful with every passing moment.
Eamon! She yelled, her voice a beacon of hope in the darkness. We have to fight him together. Our courage, our love, that's his weakness.
She knew that together they were stronger than any darkness. Taking a deep breath, Elara focused her energy. She reached out to Eamon, their hands still clasped tightly. She could feel his strength, his unwavering belief in her. Together they were a force to be reckoned with.
They combined their powers, their love and courage shining brightly in the darkness.
The light spread, pushing back the shadows, weakening the sorcerer's hold on the dream realm. He roared in anger, his power waning. The sorcerer, blinded by the light, thrashed and screamed. He was losing his grip on the dream realm, his power dissolving like shadows burned away by the morning sun.
With a final ear-splitting shriek, the sorcerer vanished, his reign of terror finally over.
The darkness receded, revealing the true beauty of the dream realm, now bathed in a warm, comforting light. The shadows retreated, leaving behind a peaceful silence. Elara and Eamon stood victorious, hand in hand, their bond stronger than ever. Elara and Eamon returned to the waking world. The village, once shrouded in fear, was now bathed in sunlight. The air felt lighter, cleaner, the nightmares were gone. The sorcerer was defeated, his curse lifted.
The villagers, sensing the shift, emerged from their homes, their faces etched with relief and gratitude.
They looked at Elara and Eamon with awe and respect, finally free from the darkness that had plagued them for so long.
Hand in hand, Elara and Eamon walked through the village, their hearts filled with hope. They had faced their fears, fought for what they believed in, and emerged victorious. Their courage had saved the village, proving that even in the darkest of times, love and hope can prevail. The battle was over, but their journey wasn't. They knew there would be other threats, other challenges, but they also knew that as long as they had each other, as long as they faced their fears with courage and kindness, they could overcome anything.